Hello, hello, hello. Hello, my lovely YouTubers. I hope you're all okay out there. I've got 6 subscribers. 6 of you have clicked on the subscribe button. That's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on my little path of connecting with Spirit and trying to do the tarot readings in a different way to that I usually do it when I'm in face to face with a person, you know. But these seem to work really well, don't they, on YouTube? Picking a pile. And because there are 6 of you, I'm going to do 6 piles. Yep, I am. I'm going to do 6 short readings, one of each of the cards, and see what comes up for you. And this is turning out to be 10-minute tarot, so this is probably going to take me an hour to do 10 minutes for each of these 6 stones. Now all of these stones are green, shades of green, different styles, different shapes, different shades, but they are all green. I don't know how I came to have so many green stones. It's funny really, because I never would have, or say never, I've stopped saying never, stop speaking in absolutes, because it can't be true, can it? When I pick a stone, I would normally pick a pink colour, you know, like a warm colour, but here we are with these green stones. So I'm going to make 6 piles of the tarot, and I'm going to add an angel card, even though I'm not doing the angel readings. With these angel cards, I'm not going to be reading out the meaning of them, because I've already done that in previous recordings. So my first 42 recordings were of these beautiful angel cards. I am going to offer you an angel card as part of this reading. This one is for card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, card number 4, huge, aren't they? Card number 5, finally card number 6. So card number 6 has got this straight crystal with it. It's got this pointy, sharp on both ends. Be interesting to see what comes up for that little reading, won't it? Now number 1 is this rock-like, it's not a crystal, it's more like a rock than a crystal. The actual texture of it is smoothened, but also it's like stone, like granite. It's really hard. Nothing can get through that. Some of these crystals feel smoother and softer and kinder than others, really. This is you can never tell from looking at the outside what a person is like, you can't. But when you see a person who's all gnarled up like this, you know they have been through some life experiences which the majority of us wouldn't choose to have, and wouldn't necessarily come out the other side unscathed. But this person has come out with all of their whole self intact, albeit with battle scars. That is a battle scarred person, number 1. Stone number 1, battle scarred. This one's got 2 cards. 2, okay, because they just sort of snuck in there. The Mystic Mondays, I'm going to add one of these cards onto each pile. These are the material cards. These are the cards where when people go to the tarot reader and they go, oh, what's going to happen for me? Right, and the tarot reader, if they're spiritual, they're fed up with that sort of predictive question, and they want the person to say, what have I got to do to improve how I'm being on the planet? What have I got to do to improve who I am? How can I feel better and therefore help other people around me feel better? But they don't. They say, when am I going to get my new car? And the tarot reader has to open one of these material cards and try and figure out what the answer to that question is. Final card is the Cosmic Tarot. These are beautiful, these cards. They're so lovely to shuffle, and they just are easy to work with. You know, they slide off. It's easy to find the right cards that are going to come out of the pack. They pretty much lay themselves down, these cards. It's fun, isn't it? They pretty much deal themselves. Okay, so now we have 6 piles. Interesting. We have 6 piles to deal with. put the angel card on top. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, I don't know what I'm thinking then, 4, 5, 5 is the heart shape, and 6 is the one with the 2 pointed ends. Now how I like to work is I like to do the hard work first. So do you think I should do the number 6 first? I think that is probably the answer in this situation. I'm going to make some space. I'm going to do number 6 first. Okay, dear guardian angels, thank you for allowing us this time and space to be able to open these cards. Thank you for all the artists that have made this possible. Thank you for the people that have put the colours and the designs together. Thank you for everyone who ever worked on this project. Surrender and release, okay. And it's a beautiful green card as well, isn't it? That's lovely. That really is someone who needs to hear this message. Strength. You have got the strength to do this. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, dear lovely YouTubers, the question is, what is holding you back? Okay? For this, what is holding you back? Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Okay. In case you can't see those, I'm going to put them up there. You've got an upside down lovers, lovers reversed, so it's been a heartbreak. 3 of Swords is usually someone who's been cheated on. It's a 3-way situation. The 2 of Swords is you're the one that's lost out in the relationship status. The relationship status, you're the one that's been left on your own. And then all you have to do, what's going to stop holding you back, is to let go of that pain, process it, and know that you have got the inner strength to deal with this situation. Here's the Strength card. Look at that. You've got a power animal that's helping you get through it. You can get through this. Because as you can see on this angel card, she's holding on to a split vessel. Something which she considered precious wasn't worth anything because it was leaking water. It didn't serve her at all. What she was clinging on to didn't serve her. And so the idea is that you've got to be true to yourself. Instinct. Trust your inner strength. Unlocking your true potential. This image brings a lot of masculine strength through to carry you from one form into another. The shapeshifter is presenting himself in order to transform yourself. Stop pretending to be someone else. Allow yourself to take on the form and shape of your true self. To do this, you must reach down into the depths of your soul and find the eternal strength to shine through and be seen by others. It is time to call upon the inner power of the animal instinct within yourself so that it may aid and assist in order for you to bring about your true potential within your life. Okay, so there's been lots of heartache and pain, and what is holding you back is hanging on to it where you don't need to. 2 of Swords. It is night at the lake, a girl with a cat in the moonshine. That's interesting, isn't it? So we've got the darkness, the cat and the moon, and in both of these cards we've got the light of the moon and in darkness, surrounded in darkness, and this one's actually got the cat symbol. So this is interesting that there's a cat and all the very similar symbols in these cards, and a woman sitting alone. Meaning, balance through understanding, peace, calm, familiarity, ambiguity, vagueness. Are you sure you know what it is that you want? And also contradictory thoughts, two-facedness and disloyalty. And that could well be what you have suffered from, and that pain of have been, somebody's been disloyal to you is what is holding you back. 3 of Swords is heartache, rejection and pain. And pain pierces the heart. puncturing the soul in the process. And this little stone has got very, very sharp edges. It's like it's able to puncture your heart, so you feel like you've got puncture wounds. Heartbreak is never easy. As you are overcome with grief so large, it engulfs you completely. Sacrifices and broken relationships weigh heavy on your heart, taking up all of your mental space. Rejection, doubt, loneliness and betrayal follow you as you heal yourself from your wounds, from this emotional blow. Trust that you are strong enough to survive, and eventually the aches will subside with time. The most painful lessons define our strength of character. Use this powerful emotion as fuel. Quiet out if you need to. Smash something, punch a pillow, anything that will help you release these strong emotions. You will feel better once you allow yourself to lean into the discomfort and fully feel the pain. And that is what this card is asking you to do as well. It's asking you to release all the negative feelings that have come about because of this relationship that didn't work. And it is the Lovers reversed. It's really not what you want to see, is it? But having had that experience, you're going to learn from it. And it's easy words for me to say that you can learn from this experience, and once you're over it, you will learn from the experience. What you've learned is how to spot a person who is capable of betrayal. Upside down, the reverse meaning of this card: a break in communication, disharmony, the need to find self-love, giving away power in a relationship, the loss of self, too many expectations of others, manipulation, an imbalanced partnership and codependency. Okay. Self-love is the key to balancing the duality of any relationship. Your mantra: my heart is open to deeply meaningful relationships and I expand this union with loving trust. And that is what your guardian angels are asking you to do. It's asking you to look at how you feel on the inside so you can work on your trust, because you have had your trust destroyed with this betrayal. I'm sorry you've had this experience, dear person who's looking at pile number 6. But it is one of life's horrendous path journeys that we go on, isn't it? And then we find ourselves alone on the path for a while, and eventually we start to look outside of ourselves again. And next time, if we do want to go back down that path of having a loving relationship, we will be a new person approaching it. We won't be the same person that we were at the beginning, will we? So if we do decide to go out and have a new relationship, we are not the person that we were before that last relationship. So you're not the same person. You're not the vulnerable person because you didn't know things then. Whereas you know things now. Let's have a look at this card, the Michael Singer card. Your God is in ecstasy and there's nothing you can do about it. And if God is in ecstasy, I wonder what he sees when he looks at you. Oh wow. So I would read that you are about as far away from ecstasy as it can get, and you are at your lowest point. But know that there is a path out of this. All you have to do is just keep going, one foot in front of the other. Your little spirit animal is there helping you, right by your side, to give you the strength to get through this. And you might feel like you're never going to get through it, but you will. Thanks for watching, dear lovely YouTube subscriber. Take care. Bye for now. Hello, dear lovely YouTubers. I hope you're all okay out there. I hope you're all feeling well and loved. Feel loved. That is the main thing that you have to feel. I'm picking 6 piles and I'm going to choose pile number 1. This was number 1. This was over at the start, okay? Because this was this gnarly stone, this beautiful stone that's got battle scars from life. I'm just going to move those over there. Remind myself where the middle of this page is. This page that we're on. The page that we're on. The angel card for you is children, and it's reversed, which suggests to me there's a person who's lost their ability or their wish or their desire to look at things in a childlike way. The childlike wonderment of life is evading you. It's gone. Communication. Oh, communication. That's a beautiful card, isn't it? Have you seen that? Communication between you and your spirit guide. You just about see that there. That's you and that's your spirit guide up there. So you are able to communicate with your spirit guide. I will read out the meaning of that card in a moment. And also I have got just the right amount of untethered soul cards to match these little piles I chose. Isn't that amazing? I love that. Now the Light Seer card is bringing us death, which is also rebirth. Okay, death and rebirth, obviously endings and beginnings. The Hierophant from the material card, this is what's actually going on the planet, this is what's actually happening for you in your world. And the person who's going to be experiencing these things and central to this picture is the King of Cups. Okay, dear lovely person who has a gnarly old stone, who's chosen a gnarly stone. Oh, let's see, shall we? Communication from spirit. This is what your guardian angels would like you to try and link with spirit, to be able to ease your soul. Communication, to talk, to understand. When this card comes up, it can mean lack of communication and turbulence and lack of understanding. I call upon the Great Spirit to give me guidance for the words that I may use to soothe this situation, to improve my current understanding of life and what's happening for me. I ask that I may speak with a tongue that creates peace and balance. So this is literally talking about your communication that you're doing between you and other people on the planet, in your little world. Can you see that? The Great Spirit knows of the difficulty and turbulence that can be created by using the wrong words at the wrong time. The right words at the right time can bring love where there is no love, peace where there is no peace, and bring a solution to a deep-rooted problem that has created frustration and hurt. The Great Spirit will release the healing tears that will fall as rain upon the dry desert ground, awakening new life within Mother Earth. Now there we have the mother connection again. So in the communication there's a mention of the Mother Earth, and with this reversed children and the tears falling, it's a sadness that's come about from someone who's on earth. But equally know that you can talk with spirit as well. Know that if you need to be in communication with someone in spirit, all you have to do is just send the thoughts up. If you want to sit quietly and perform a little ritual as a way to let yourself know that you're ringing on the spirit's doorbell, it's like have a little candle, have a little incense, something that smells nice, maybe a scented candle. Just sit quietly, a little notepad, pen and paper in your hand, and as you sit there and you write to spirit, for any of you who haven't tried spirit communication, this is a great way to link with spirit. You just sit quietly and then you say to spirit something like, dear spirit, dear guardian angels, I'm just going to show you, just have a little notepad, and then you just write the question. Say the question, how can I improve this situation that I'm currently facing? Please and thank yous go a long way. And then you can say thank you as you're waiting for the information to come back to you. Now whatever images come back to your mind, and I'm bringing a willow here, a willow tree is coming to mind. Whatever images come back into your mind, you just write them down. And the word Barnaby, now Barnaby, wasn't Barnaby something to do with the circus and colourful and balloons that bring about a feeling of celebration and bringing the higher emotions of joy back into your life? And that's what I'm picking up here with this sadness because of the lack here that's happened for you. Your guardian angels want you to focus on bringing about the colour back into your world. Now you can do this spirit writing. I do love a little bit of spirit writing because you just, as you're writing, that your mind does an act of linking with part of your brain that's almost automatic. It's like a a healing hypnosis, isn't it? Because you're writing, your mind's off, your part of your mind that's normally focused on here and now is busy doing the writing, and it allows your spirit side to come in and bring you information which you wouldn't otherwise necessarily have connected with. Okay, a little bit of spirit writing, never hurt anyone. This is a very conventional card, and this represents institution and tradition. Okay, stay woke. The Hierophant calls on you to honour the traditions of your life. Whether large or small, honouring rituals can help you feel grounded. That's strange, isn't it? And then we're back to the ritual situation where I suggested having a ritual of the candle. And this is also a reminder of the rituals and sticking to the tried and tested traditions within your life. So if there was a time when you bought balloons and celebrations of somebody who's on the planet, and now they're no longer on the planet and they've passed on, or they're in spirit, or they're not with you, doesn't mean you can't still honour the rituals that you had when they were alive. If you do that, you link up with their spirit and you will feel a closeness with them, which is the only way to bring them into your world, really. At this time, you're drawn towards joining a group, community, or organisation that does have certain rules you'd have to follow. By joining these groups, you will broaden your scope and expand your knowledge. Strength in numbers allows you to feel a sense of acceptance, unity, and identity. And I would say that whatever it is that you're feeling, you're not the first person to have felt these emotions. You're not the first person to have felt lost or alone. And there are other people out there who have trodden this path before you. And that is what I'm feeling with this spirit guide ancestors in the sky. This picture where you're looking to ancient ancestors for ancient wisdom. That is the right thing to do, because the ones in spirit are able to bring you information that you can use on the planet if you really desperately need a path to tread. But if you look around to people who are already still here, who have also had the same experience as you, they are the people that have trodden your path before you, so they are your ancestors to copy in this instance, right? No matter what it is, there'll be people out there that have done it before. They're further ahead down the path than you are, and they will be able to help you through this part of your path. Look to your lineage of ancestors or religion to shine light on the wisdom of the past. And this could well mean going to church or finding a group in church who've got the same beliefs as you. The Hierophant guides you on your spiritual journey through unity in community, rituals with rules, and structures in societies. Be prepared to absorb as much information as you can. Higher learning leads to a better understanding of your higher self. Yeah, sometimes when the physical self and physical experiences of life all become too much and too hard to understand, the answer is in our spiritual side of life. The side of life where it seems it's not real. It can sometimes feel like you're walking through a surreal experience and you start feeling like there's nothing to cling on to and you're feeling a bit lost and you don't know which way to turn. That is when you turn to an organisation of people that know that feeling and they know how to help you to bring you forward into the next stage of your life, okay? Death and rebirth. I am definitely feeling like this is somebody who has lost somebody in the past and they're reeling from that. Okay, this cycle of transformation, because that is what happens, isn't it? When a person passes on, someone dies, goes to spirit, they're gone, it leaves a big hole, and that hole soon is swallowed up, isn't it, with new things. And at the time when they first go, we don't think they're ever going to be replaced, or nothing can ever heal this pain. And although you can never replace that person, it is shocking how fast the routine of life takes over and just masks that gap, because there's never a gap for long, is there? You know, there's always functions that you have to perform on a daily basis. So even if you gave yourself 6 weeks of doing nothing, that time would get filled up with things to do. So this card means cycles of transformation, rebirth, transition, change, new beliefs, a newfound awareness, endings. And this card says a symbolic death initiation process, but sometimes it can literally mean a real death, somebody that's already passed and that you're mourning the loss of. You are on the cusp of a massive transformation, and it's time to mourn the end of one phase while celebrating the birth of another. And this is what I'm picking up with the spirit writing, the celebration. It's like there's something to be really, really sad about, but on the same, literally the same page, there's something to be really grateful and happy for. And then there's those conflicting feelings of, well, I can't celebrate and do all this happiness because I'm feeling all this sadness and pain and guilt from the loss. And then there's the guilt feelings about carrying on regardless, but it isn't regardless. Forgive me, it's so easy to use the wrong word, isn't it? My dear little choosers of these card readings, if I say anything that is at odds with what you're feeling or what's happening for you, let me know, okay? This energy of transmutation and rebirth signals a beautiful metamorphosis that will allow you to expand your consciousness and move closer to your own divine essence. I'm not sure actually what that means, but when I was reading that, I was thinking about the caterpillar. You know how the caterpillar turns into the butterfly? But if the butterfly was to stop and look back and mourn about the loss of their caterpillar life, they would not enjoy their life as a butterfly. So they don't miss the present by looking back at the past. A cycle in your life, either a relationship, a belief, a career path, or an outdated plan for the future, is coming to an inevitable end. Deep breath in if this scares you. This change is needed. Know that this card urges you to release what is already losing energy and to focus on things that are already gaining momentum. Yeah, that's how I feel about this. There's something coming charging towards you, and while you're looking over here at the past and feeling a loss and at a loss, there's something new charging towards you that you risk missing if you stay wallowing in the past. Welcome the possibility of something new and allow this phase to come to a graceful end. Look towards the magic of this newfound horizon, because underneath its morbid exterior, the Death card heralds exciting times filled with the brightness of so much potential, and new light awaits. The mantra for this card is, I allow myself to let go of the past in order to add energy to new beginnings, and not to miss the energy that is coming your way, because if energy is coming your way of momentum, something that's going to happen for you, you want to be ready. Be ready to be ready, as Abraham Hicks says with the law of attraction. King of Cups, a humanitarian man in his palace. The sea is far away, far, far away. Meaning friendly, polite, humane, gifted, gentle, emotional, longing, enthusiastic, eager, attracted by the secret and the uncanny, easy to influence, and on the downside tending to excesses. Okay, well, wonderful YouTube people. Let me know how you feel about that. Let me know how you feel about this little reading for the stone that's already battle scarred. Let me know if it makes you feel like you need to communicate with spirit, or it makes you feel like you need to join a club so that you can explore the pain that you've been through with other people right now. That might help, okay? Spiritual energy is what you're experiencing when you're infused by something and all this high energy comes up inside of you. And that is what you're asking to feel, to ask to feel better, to have a link to this, like a battery of energy that's just full of energy, and a battery that's a source of energy for you. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now. Hello to lovely YouTube watchers. I have 6 subscribers at the time of putting these little pick a card reading out, so I've done 6 of them. This is number 2, and as I've been doing these, I've been reminded that I do spirit writing. Do you know what spirit writing is? Focus. Oh, whenever the focus card comes up, I always see it as a message for me, because I rarely focus on one thing for too long, right? I'm one of these annoying people that just flit about like a butterfly, going from one thing to the next. Is this you too? And it's upside down, so I'm being told off even more. That's how I see the focus card. But this is the stone that you've chosen. You've chosen pointy end and something that's can be connected and attached on the other end. And I've been reminded, as I did that last card reading, that I can do spirit writing. So what I would like you to do, dear lovely YouTube watcher, these are your cards. While I'm looking at these cards, I would like you to get a pen and some paper, okay? The question I had for the cards when I opened these was, what is holding you back? What is holding you back? In this case, it's lack of focus and not being able to focus on one thing. Now that can be improved for most of us, really. That really applies to everyone, it does. What I would like you to do is, as I'm reading these cards, get a pen and paper and just have a little doodle, okay? Write down the things that come to your mind. Because for me, the art of spirit writing, I used to do it using a typewriter. So I would think a thought and I would write that thought down. So you say, dear guardian angels, please bring me the information that I need to know what is my biggest stumbling block or my biggest blockage, what is holding me back in this situation that I'm currently facing or concerned with. And guardian angels will bring you either an exact answer, or as you're typing the words, the front part of your mind that organises the cards and makes your hands work and all the automatic functions that you go about without even thinking about it. The other part of your mind is then allowed freedom to go off and link with spirit to bring you information, because you're trying to do the two things at once. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you're focusing on this thing, you're taking your mind off the worrying about trying to get an answer, and then the answer comes. It's very difficult to describe. It is like switching on a part of your mind that you have to practice how to get in touch with. Okay, anyone can do it. I believe anyone can do it, but I could be wrong. It's like saying anyone can drive. Not anyone can drive, and some people are worse drivers than others, right? So what you do is you focus on your question, focus on your area that's bothering you. Yeah, you can either type in, so that act of typing will put your brain into a mode that's almost like an automatic pilot. You're able to do the two things at once, and while you're doing that one thing, your mind links with the other part of your brain that you don't have any sort of control over, as in you can't just switch it on at will without putting yourself into a state of meditation. Like for instance, you know, when you meditate, it takes an effort to get there, doesn't it? Same with spirit writing. You can't just sit down using the same part of your mind that can focus on tarot cards. But if you use that part of your mind while you're in a relaxed state and while you're meditating, information will come to you. And that is what I'm asking you to do right now. Pen, paper. Okay, so I'm hoping that you'll be back, since I've had a little chat about that, and you've got your pen, you've got your paper. As I'm reading out these words, see what comes to you. What is it in your situation that's currently holding you back? Energy. Oh, we love the energy. Oh, I love the colours. Look at these orange colours that match perfectly. The energy of the squirrel. Now again, that is scattered, isn't it? You know what squirrels are like. They run about all over the place. There doesn't seem to be any control, and they are literally all over the place. The star. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that beautiful card. Isn't that lovely? The purple and the light, and the star is very psychic and intuitive. You can link up with your own higher self. Three of Wands. Whoa, your ship is coming in. Okay, so what is holding you back then? The Princess of Pentacles. There's nothing really holding you back apart from your own lack of focus and ability to just do that thing. Whatever the thing is that you want to be doing, you're the person that's stopping yourself because you're not focusing and taking the exact steps you need for the goal that you've set yourself. Your energy is scattered in too many places, and you will wear yourself out. You will run the clock down, and there's people making demands of you. The Princess of Pentacles making demands. Your ship coming in will only come in when you're the person that's doing the work, but you have got a very strong intuitive nature, and you can link with your higher self to be able to know which path, because there's so many options to choose from. You're the person that has to link up with what path is it you need to take. So the thing that's holding you back, dear lovely person, that is attached to something sharp, I would say. You attach yourself to something that's not necessarily good for you. Ask yourself, what is it you're attached to that's not serving your highest good? What is it you're doing that's not for your highest good? Is there an element of addiction going on here? Addiction to unhealthy things which are right here, right now, because that squirrel is so fast, and it is like a person who wants instant results, answers now, but that's not the answer for the long-term success, is it? No, it isn't, and you already know this. And that is the thing, if you search deep within yourself, you come up with your own answers. Don't about this squirrel. He's gorgeous. He's a little red squirrel. He's lovely. Look at him. He's really gorgeous, isn't he? Heightened energy, abundance, replenishing stores, self-esteem, confidence, determination, fruitfulness, holding the positive, removing negative, and remove depression. The red squirrel comes happily bouncing into your life with an abundance of energy. The squirrel has so much energy that it cannot hold it all to itself. The squirrel is there because it wants to regenerate and rejuvenate you or someone close to you. It would suggest that someone has been under an element of stress or great worry, which has created a demand or drain upon your resources of an emotional and or financial nature. Tapping into this energy would restore and lift you to a high where you would throw yourself into all aspects of life with a happy, heightened note of positivity and determination. It would enable you to crack the hard shell of the nut and find its hidden treasure of creativity and happiness. Yeah, happiness also comes about from finishing a project. See, the squirrel, he just runs about collecting all the nuts, buries them all for a later time. Right? He's got half a dozen nuts, but he hasn't actually eaten any of them. Right? Don't be like the squirrel in Ice Age that's just always permanently tearing around trying to chase the nuts. No, just put all your nuts in one little pile, one little place where you know that you're building on them. And also there's that frenetic energy of the mind, and there's the mention there of the mental state and the focus. If you've got a lot of stress and worry, it can be difficult to focus on anything, particularly if it's a creative project that you've got going on that you're trying to create. How can you do that if you're suffering from angst and worry? Not an easy thing to do. So this card is also asking you to look at your mental health and look at what you are doing in your world that's making your mental health worse. Okay, where are you worrying unnecessarily? Now, people who worry like to think that all worry is necessary, but I'm telling you now, worry means thinking about something that you can do nothing about over and over again. You know, you're just permanently thinking about that one subject. If you've got no control over it, you can't change it, you can't do anything about it, then it's worry. And there's absolutely no point in rethinking one plan. There's no point. You either think about it, take action on your solution, right? Or you stop thinking about it and choose an area to think about that you can do something about and work on that area. 3 of Wands. This is anticipation, yeah, and progression of your ship coming in. And also persistence, right? The squirrel is nothing if not persistent. Think about Ice Age, because there's an element of obsession with that Ice Age squirrel, isn't there? He won't let it go, will he? He will not let it go. And this is not a bad thing, because he will definitely make it to his goal, won't he? This card says, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity, said Roman philosopher Seneca. As a result of your persistence, you have made steady progress in your endeavours, and you are on your way to your grand vision. Your visionary ways lead the pack forward. See, this card also suggests vision. This person who's got vision. Take a bird's eye view of your life to anticipate every possible opportunity available to you. That will prepare you for both good and bad news. So you're much more readily able to handle challenges. And this is the problem that I feel that you've got here. It's looking at all these options. There are so many options and possibilities. You want to look at all of them in case you're scared of missing out or choosing the wrong one or making the wrong choice. Following your curiosity has led you on a path to gather unique skills and absorb useful information that can help you expand both outward and inward. This is a time when travel is encouraged and to dive into what lights your soul on fire. Think big. Your thoughts are the seed towards action. Yes, they are. So I would ask you, dear wonderful person reading this, to make sure you know that your mind is set on the goal that you really want and the one that you believe has the most reward for you, that you know you can bring about. There's an element of knowing, and that's this card, the knowing. The star is so beautiful. Card number 17, which is a very spiritual number. Numbers, once you start looking at them, noticing them, they show up over and over again, don't they? Have you noticed that? Let me know when you see the number 17. Come on, I want to know. Leave a comment. Leave me a comment if the number 17 means anything to you. This card says, the overall meaning is expectations fulfilled, wishes granted, opportunities, healing after traumatic events, knowing you are on the right path, inspiration and renewed hope. Sink into the dreamlike inspiration of the star. She sends a message of divine timing and renewed hope, and she guides you to reach for that string of serendipity and faith. The coincidence and the synchronicities will line up for you once you trust that you're going to be given information directly. You send the message out from your heart to your guardian angels and they will respond and you will be shown the way. And the part of that is because you already know the way. You've got faith that you know the way. Your future is increasingly bright and you're blessed by the universe. Your core purpose is beginning to bubble at the surface of your reality, and your path is intrinsically tied to your biggest missions and brightest opportunities for expansion. And there we have again that word expansion. So there's room for growth here. There's somebody who's got some real potential for growth. Step onto a path of fulfillment and happiness with starlight to guide you. Allow your innate essence to shine through any residual darkness right now. Uncover any limiting beliefs or self-doubt that you are holding on to. And that's the same, that statement came up with the energy in the squirrel. Let go of negative thinking and depression. Find the courage to voice any unexpressed emotions and release every bit of outgrown energy that is anchoring you to the past. Is this what is holding you back? You have energy that you're carrying around with you from the past that's not helping you move towards your future. It is time to release and ascend, and as you let go, you will focus on the future and you will find your biggest source of inspiration and love. There it is again, the word focusing on your future. Focus on where you want to go. The stars are aligning in your favour and it's time to trust them. And your mantra is, I expect miracles. This is your ship coming in. This is your anticipation of your ship coming in. This is a lovely card. This reading is so hopeful, isn't it? And it's definitely, the power is all within you to be able to make these changes. Princess of Pentacles. Have a quick look at this. Somebody who's got money. Princess of Pentacles. That's why I love these Cosmic Tarot, because again, they've got the princesses in them. There's these two cards, Mystic and Cosmic, that have got the young female energy in them. A lot of the old-fashioned tarot cards don't have that. A strong young woman with flowers in her hair amidst a beautiful landscape, meaning young, strong, promising, careful, communicating, fond of luxury, but on the downside, a little spoiled. Okay, so don't let somebody who is spoiled or spoilt put too many demands on your energy. Okay, this could also be an element of what's holding you back. Don't let a person hold you back. let your own failings hold you back. Let your own disbelief that anything good can happen hold you back, okay? Because then it's only your fault, and you have the ability to get that out into the open. Write it down. Again, use your pen and paper to write down your beliefs about your abilities. Make a list of the things that you believe about yourself, why you're not successful, and then once they're on a paper, it's like giving them to a friend and saying, can you look at these? Because it's weird, but that act of writing it down, you put a distance between it. It's no longer in your mind, it's out of your mind and it's out in the real world, and you can look at it from an objective point of view and go, what is this nonsense I've just written about myself? And then on the other side of the page, you write down why these things aren't true, because you will be able to find instances where you haven't been these things, okay? And be your own life coach. Build up your own self-esteem and belief in yourself. And if there's anyone around you that's making too many demands of you, shore up your boundaries, okay? Make your boundaries stronger and say to the person, just say, hello, you know that I'm here, right? I'm busy, got my own stuff going on. I'm busy right now. And set some boundaries that are healthy boundaries. And if that person doesn't like it, they'll be gone. This is a little bit selfish, like a little bit narcissism coming in here. If you do ever find yourself attached to a narcissist, that's a whole different reading. Oh dear, thanks for watching, lovely YouTube watchers. Let me know if you managed to do any spirit writing while I was speaking, and if any information came your way. Now, I did also pick up a car, that image that came from talking about spirit writing, a car. Don't know what it means. There's an element of an old car. Your vehicle that's travelling through life, your body that is your vehicle. Pay attention to your vehicle and your mind, because that's also your vehicle. Your vehicle is your body, and your mind is like your instructions to your vehicle, right? And your mind deserves rest and oil. Don't forget to oil your mind. Pay attention to your mental health that you're currently letting run away with itself. Take control of it. Be in charge. Use your intuition and your knowing, and step out in faith, knowing that this is going to come to you. That's a beautiful card. I love that. Listen to this. Nothing. I'm so common, aren't I? Apologies. Nothing ever is worth closing your heart over. So no matter what has happened to you in the past, having a closed heart is not the answer. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye. Hello dear lovely YouTube watchers. Person who's chosen pile number 3. Here it is. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to get some pen and paper if you can, so you can do some spirit writing while I'm doing the chat about what these cards means, okay? Spirit writing is not automatic writing. It's not asking you to let go of your soul for spirit to just do what they want with you. No, it's just where spirit are able to communicate with you while your mind is on something else. So while your mind is focusing on what I'm doing, you can just sit and doodle and feel and think and see what happens. And if nothing else, and you don't get any information from spirit, at least you will have practiced thinking about what it is that's bothering you. Because the question that I ask these cards is, what is holding you back? What is holding this person back? Healing. Oh, look at that. Another beautiful green card. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so you're in need of healing, dear lovely person. That's what's holding you back, okay? You're damaged and injured and you're still limping along. Right? Don't be limping along. This stone here is out of balance. Look at the shape of it, right? It's not quite balanced there. It's lopsided. So you're not providing for your own needs in one corner. It's like work, rest, play, study. Work, rest, play, or study. It's 4 elements of life. Things that you enjoy. Where are you out of balance? What are you not spending your time doing that would be good for you? Guess what card you've got? Universal healing. There you go. This is going to be a quick reading. You need to allow the energies from the universe to come into your world, because there's something that you need to heal. Oh, the tower, look at this. Isn't that a beautiful version of the tower? And it's also green again. It's changes, massive changes. Okay, and the Hanged Woman, not the Hanged Man, the Hanged Woman. This is a period of waiting. The pinks are there with the blue, the pink and the blue, the two green would suggest balance, and this being out of balance. So this is what's happened. So you've got an unbalanced situation and you're in need of healing. And 10 of Pentacles, which is an excess of money. There's a lot of money been floating around. Whether it's coming your way is another question, isn't it? Tends not to, in my experience, when I see somebody that needs, but sometimes they do. Sometimes there's been a breakdown in life's pattern, and these structures that would normally hold a person safe aren't there. That's been changed and destroyed and moved, and then the person's left in limbo, waiting for money to come their way so they can move forward. And I would ask you to take this period of time while you're suffering from all this change to heal. And you know when the best time to heal is? When you're asleep, because that is when your guardian angels are able to really link with you, to look at your soul and help you. Universal healing, isn't that a beautiful card? And it's got a lovely rainbow on one end and a blue crystal on the other. So let me know, dear person out there, when you see a rainbow, to let you know that you are on the right path and you're doing the right things that are good for you. Creative flow, positive energy, acceptance, a new cycle, reunion, happiness, rebuilding and healing of the heart. Yeah, and this is the new cycle that you're rebuilding from, the tower, where everything's destroyed and changed, and the healing comes about when you accept that this has happened. You accept that this unexpected, unwanted and not a situation that you would have asked for has happened. You are able to move forward in the healing process. That acceptance is very important. The butterflies speak of a distance that has been created between friends or family, or where there's isolation, particularly with one person. Where's the butterflies? So look, can we see the butterflies? There's a little unicorn, some people's face. Oh look, butterflies. What I thought was a crystal, it looks like the world. Universal healings, it's a world of healing that's needed here. There's a lot of healing. Can you see the little horse? It's probably a unicorn knowing these cards up there in the clouds. This relationship needs mending or repairing in order to bring it back into equilibrium. And there we go again, there's the business about the balance, the equilibrium, the balance of this situation. The unicorn is bringing a magical star. You can barely see that, but since it's in the book, we'll notice it's got a star on its head to shine its light onto the situation, lifting it into a space of positivity. Now, the unicorn only shows up when a person is in dire straits. You rarely get the unicorn for something minor. Okay, so this area that you're experiencing, I would say it feels like an all or nothing, a life and death situation. The Earth and Moon represent the beginning of a new cycle after an emotional time. An empty heart is being filled with universal love, acceptance and healing after a loss or separation from a loved one. Yeah, and this tower, that is the representative of that destruction that you've come through. That's how I feel about it. This is not something that's about to happen, this is something that you've already been through. Let's have a look at the Tower card, shall we? Unexpected change. Yes, all change is genuinely unpleasant. The majority of people don't like change. Humans, it's just not what we do. So when you get unexpected change, it's really, really horrible. Unexpected change, chaos. The rug pulled from beneath your feet. Beliefs challenged. New awareness and perspectives, destruction, being unsure of who you are. And this is the trouble, isn't it? When we're hurt so deeply, when we're deeply, deeply hurt, it can affect our sense of self-identity, who we are, what we believe, our structures, where we belong. And we can feel like we don't belong anywhere, and we can feel isolation, that we're on our own. And that is what I also get from this Hanged Woman card. It's being left to deal with the fallout from this, and it can feel very lonely. Buckle up and expect the unexpected. Sometimes we resist change to the point that the universe shifts in a destructive and chaotic way that fundamentally changes how we see our reality. And there's a strange beauty in this deconstruction, as all of the elements for a better life will be found amongst the rubble. And this is so true. See, at the time, when you lose everything, and this is how this feels to me because of the Ten of Pentacles, it feels like, and the Tower, these are such powerful cards and definitive. It feels to me like you've lost everything. It can feel like there's never going to be a solution. You can't salvage anything from this rubble, but you can. And what will grow will be an improvement on what you had. And the reason I say that what you have will be an improvement on what you had, because you've learnt and you've grown as a person. So you're no longer that person. The person pre-event is gone. And you can find a new you. And the fact that you've had all these experiences gives you a depth of understanding to be able to help other people as well. Use this moment to rebuild something foundational, something extraordinary. Trust that you will be held by the universe. The universe has got your back, and you'll become stronger and more resilient as a result. Tower moments are powerful, moving, shifting, expanding. The Tower energy in your life marks the period when you get to reevaluate, redirect, re-establish and realign, and that we're back to the healing of the realigning with your higher self. It's magic in the disguise of unpredictability. Yeah, it's like sometimes something has to happen and there's an explosion of events from the universe, and you look back and you think, what was the catalyst for that? How did that happen then? Why did it happen at that time? Why didn't it happen before? And when you put all the pieces together, you realise the divine timing, things just line up perfectly, because the next steps that happen are only there at that time. And if all this had happened any earlier or any later, you would have missed this connection of the next thing that you have to do. The brightest of lights will pierce through the pandemonium of change that you are experiencing, and you will find your beautiful truth and blazing potential in the darkness of the Tower. In chaos, I move towards the brightest light, and this is the light of the unicorn. Remember, there's a light in your life that's going to hold it all together for you, that you have to focus on and work towards. So just stick with what's best for your higher self at all times, and don't let yourself down while you're walking through this. Number 12, the Hanged Woman. Sacrifice, patience, suspension. It's a period of waiting time. Suspended in time when all is up in the air. This is a stage where you feel stuck between the momentum of the future and the speculation of the past. Delays and indecision are to be expected, and it is in your best interest to prolong any decision making. Think outside of yourself and try your best to see the big picture. This inconspicuous small moment could bring big impact. Feeling stuck with nowhere to go is temporary. Constant activity keeps the ego busy, but by practicing patience, you are allowing other opportunities to unfold for you. Yeah, if you give in to the impatience and you're like, but I want this to happen, I want that to happen, I can make this happen because I can see a solution in this set of circumstances, so I'm going to bring it in. What can happen is you can push that set of circumstances away. So what would have been a lovely opportunity for you, a few months down the line, is now gone because you've scared it off. Don't scare off opportunities, okay? Just go with the flow and know that divine timing is bringing things to you as and when you can handle them, and as and when the other people in your life can handle them as well. Give yourself permission to receive, okay? So receive. You don't have to go out pushing or grabbing. You receive. You bring it to you. Delay instant gratification and put in the time and effort so you can see your big vision come to life. Ask yourself what tiny thing you can give up now to get to the end goal. Sacrifice small pleasures to invest in your long-term success. And that is another feeling I'm getting here, is that the foundations that you're building are for long-term. Think long term. Think the rest of your life now. This has all happened, which is major and huge, and you may not be able to see much further than the end of the week with regard to actual planning and things that you're putting on your calendar. But long term, these things that have happened are going to have a long term effect, and the behaviour that you do now is going to have a long term effect. Ten of Pentacles. This is a lovely card. It's lots of money, and it's an abundance of money, and it's somebody sweeping in wearing a cloak. Oh dear. Ten of Pentacles. A luxuriously dressed man, well, he is luxuriously dressed, holds a white bird in his hand, meaning riches, wealth, security, home, safety, inheritance, family affairs, happiness, developed talents, lively habits, venture, danger and loss. Now this is the two sides of this coin are extreme as well. The 10 is the great card that you want for the abundance of everything. If you want a lot of money, this is the card you want to see. But equally, this is the card that asks you to recognise your own talents that are going to take you forward in your place where you're feeling despondent. You have got inner talents, and you've got other creative gifts that you haven't necessarily explored yet because you haven't had time, because you haven't felt like it. But there's definitely, this card is a reminder that where the money is coming from, if you don't know where the money is coming from, this is the time to look within yourself and see what it is you are able to do that has value for other people, that you can provide, so other people will pay you for that service. And this reminds me of being of service, not because this person knows what being of service is. This person has servants probably. This person knows what it is to be served upon. But at the same time, by hiring servants, he's also being of service to them, isn't he? So there are various ways we can be of service to other people. How are you feeling about that, dear lovely person watching this reading? Have you managed to do any spirit writing while I've been talking? Now the symbolism here that blew up for me was not the unicorn with the universal healing, but this white bird. This white bird here. If you see any white feathers on your path, let me know. After watching this reading, know that Spirit have got your back. The universe has got your back. You are a tiny little component walking through the universe, and you have the energy that creates worlds flowing through your fingertips. Okay, your thoughts are amazingly powerful, but you are in need of healing to be able to cope with this situation that you're currently going through and that you've been through. When your stuff gets hit, let go right then, because it will be harder later. Yeah, acceptance. Just let it go. Accept that this has happened. Figure out how to move into acceptance so that you can help yourself grow and heal. Thanks for watching, dear lovely YouTubers, and good luck with all that. And let me know if you manage to make any changes or if it helps you move forward. Bye for now. Hello, dear lovely YouTubers. Hope you're okay out there. This is pile number 4, and that is pile number 5. Pile 5 is the one with hearts, and pile 4, oh, there's a broken stone. It's got a little chip in it underneath, but you can't see it. You can't see the brokenness. There's a little cloud and a mark where it's been stained in its life. This is you. See, this stone is representative of you. You've chosen this because it resonates with you. And hidden on the back side, on the underside, hidden from the world, is a deep scar. Okay. Now, as I've said to all the other piles, if you can, get some paper and a pen, start writing down things that come to you while I'm opening the cards for you. These are your cards. The same story evolves. Let's see. What the question was, what is holding you back? What is holding you back, dear lovely YouTube person? What is holding you back currently? Do you know? What do the angels want you to know? Support. Okay, so you're feeling as though you haven't got any support. You're feeling as though you're lacking in support. And the angels want you to know Just going to put this over in the middle, moving over a little bit. The angels want you to know that support is coming your way, okay? If you're feeling without support now, you're not going to be without support for long, okay? And if you're feeling without support in the physical sense, then know that the angels are around you, bringing you healing and a feeling of energetic support. So if you just sit quietly with your pen and paper and you ask the guardian angels, say, what is holding me back? What is stopping me from progressing where I need to go? Oh, look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't this a lovely card? Look at it. Lion heart. Have the courage to move forward, dear lovely YouTube watcher. You're being given the strength to do it, okay? You're being given the strength to know where you need to go. Okay, King of Pentacles was upside down. It's King of Pentacles reversed. Look at him. Look at the King of Pentacles. And that's another four-legged creature we've got there. What looks to me suspiciously like a wolf, right? And this looks suspiciously like a lion. Because it's called the lion heart. Of course it's the lion. But there's four-legged friends in your world. Okay, and in spirit. Oh, perfect. 9 of Cups. This is a happy relationship. This is a card that comes up usually. Look at all the lovely oranges and pinks we've got here. And this one's pinky lilac around the edge. This is the card that comes up when people want a relationship, usually. 9 of Pentacles. Look at that. Whoa, what is holding you back? It doesn't look like there's anything holding you back. I can't see what is holding you back. Let's have a little look, shall we? We'll have a look at what lion heart means. I'm pretty sure it means you've got the strength and courage to take yourself forward. Maybe you're doubting that you have got that. Right, okay, these are beautiful cards. This is one of the nicest set of cards I've seen for a while. All of it, this combination. It's all perfect. This, truth, courage, strength to defend, pure love, overcoming, strength of heart and leadership. Okay, so what's holding you back is your lack of awareness that you are the leader. You are the person that knows the way. You are the person that knows what steps you've got to take. You are the person that's going to be taking the steps. And the support you've got is coming from spirit energy that's surrounding you. The majestic lion reveals himself to you with the authority of spiritual energy. There we go. So what's holding you back is your lack of connectedness with spirit. So spirit asking you to connect with them, to link up so that you can have the power to move forward. This lion is here to penetrate your outer body of emotional armour. Through his beautiful healing blue eyes, he mesmerises and captures you. Pure love and courage enter into your heart and soul, flowing into the depths of your physical being. This love is carried upon the rivers that meander throughout your body, mind and inner core of your existence, delivering healing, balancing and realignment to your true self. This process will transform you into a better state of mind, preparing you to lead, defend and overcome, giving hope and encouragement to those around you in a time of change and confusion. Okay, so there's nothing holding you back apart from your own lack of self-belief. Believe more in yourself. Know that you're the person that knows the way, and you're the person that can overcome the challenges. 9 of Cups, this is great. This is perfect for a relationship. Okay, 9 of Cups, this is wish come true. This is like, all you've got to do is ask your angels what you want and watch that happen for you. Watch this come true. Even the 9 of Pentacles, she's wearing a pink dress. Look at it. It's just perfect. There's so much harmony around you. You are literally in the palm of the hand of beautiful energies that are surrounding you to bring you forward to have what you want. Your wish is my command. The 9 of Cups is referred to as the wish card. Okay, what are you wishing for? It's a surefire sign that your wishes will be granted soon. Graced with abundance, you are personally feeling yourself as you've reached a sense of completion with a major goal or project, and there's a balance between all areas of your life: health, wealth, love, relationships, as your ideal lifestyle blossoms into fruition. You're making it, dear watcher. You're already doing it. You're on the right path. Your heart's desires have been attended to, reaching deep emotional satisfaction and fulfillment. Count your blessings and all the good things that life has to offer by living life to the fullest. Live like a Leo. Gratitude is the attitude. Indulge in life's sweet fruits and treat yourself. It's important to enjoy the journey, making the destination so much sweeter. It's true that enjoying the journey, the travelling and the getting there is part of the goal, and it's part of the fun and the enjoyment, because if you make it to your goal and you've been happy on the way, then your goal is the next logical step that's going to happen. Whereas if you've been full of angst and worry and belief that you can't do it, then when you reach your goal, you stop and you take a deep breath and you have a relief and you look back, but the enjoyment isn't as fulfilling, because it's a leap from, God, I never thought this was going to happen, to, wow, look at this, look, we've done it. But the pain, there's a price to be paid for that angst on the way. So if you can feel the love and the enjoyment of each step on the way towards your goal, you will enjoy the rewards of that goal quicker and more. That's what I'm feeling from this card. The Nine of Pentacles again, so you've got 2 nines. That's lovely, isn't it? A pair of 9s. A beautiful woman in the middle of her riches. And it's the same with the King of Pentacles. It's a pair, isn't it? Perfectly matching pair. She holds a key in her hand, meaning gain, growth, popularity, property, abundance, material wealth. Look at this. It's somebody who loves money, knows how to get it and knows how to hang on to it. And that is the message here. Make sure you're hanging on to the money that you do have. And then we've got the King of Pentacles. The friendly king on his throne. In the background there is a Capricorn on top of a rock, apparently. Oh, different cards. Okay. Capable business person, diligent, patient, talented in maths. Let's have a read of the Light Seers. What do they make of the King of Pentacles? He's literally got the money sitting on his knee to be able to do what he wants with. It's lovely and powerful, this card. Personal growth, goals reached, prosperity and success. This is such a beautiful reading. So I couldn't create these matching harmonious cards. I couldn't put better cards in a reading to mean everything that you want and need. Exuding warmth. The King of Pentacles welcomes you into his study for a heartfelt conversation about life. He's worked his fields, met his soulmate, found wealth, and now he looks out over his dream, manifested as he offers you one of the tarot's most potent messages of forthcoming abundance and prosperity. The most important thing to be done is enjoy it all. There we go, that's the same message. Enjoy the journey. And I think there is an importance there about enjoying the journey, because once your heart knows that you're really enjoying this, you're sending the information out to the universe that you're really loving this and you're really enjoying this part of the journey, and that journey becomes smoother. Enjoy every lesson, challenge, failure and success. He reminds you to get clear on where you want to be, to plan and envision. There is manifesting power in the longing and so much joyful expansion as you bring your greatest potential into existence. Happiness happens when you do better than the last time, and in the pursuit of personal growth, allow yourself the extravagance of desire. The rest is a consequence of faith, steady habits, and the courage to cultivate enormous dreams. Dream your biggest light to life. And your mantra is, I dream my endless potential into existence with steady desire and effort. Now can you imagine if these guardian angels are watching us and they're like, well, who wants what are they doing? And there's a person down here who's just steadily sending messages up saying, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is where I'm going, I'm happy to have this, I'm happy to have this. And the guardian angels and the universe are looking down, oh look, there's a steady stream of expectant and gratitude and a request and a demand and faith that they're going to be answering. There we go. That's a sure demand, a sure acceptance of what they're sending, and that is coming to you by you having the belief that you're going to be provided for. You're going to be provided for. Simply permit the pain to come into your heart and pass through. If you do that, it will pass. If you are sincerely seeking truth, you'll let go every time. Yeah. You might wallow in it and feel it for a bit before you let go. Well, let me know what you think about those apples. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.